Hi guys, I wanted to speak about the culture in the hologenetic profile. This is a sphere that is ruled by Jupiter. So it's a very powerful planet and it has to do with the law. And it's Jupiter on the sign side or the soul side in our profile. So it's about an inner kind of law, what you have, what you want to follow on the inside so that you can manifest powerfully on the outside. This is also why we say that the shadow frequencies of the sphere of culture is what's blocking us from manifesting abundance in the world, or blocking us, from earning the money that we are worth as well. So when we look at that, we can start to see the patterns that are interfering with our prosperity. It's also something that has to do with how do you work best on a daily basis. So it's kind of telling you on what level you are kind of, your blueprint serves best. So for example, if you're a first line, it has a lot to do with entrepreneurship and being a creator and working on your own ideas. And maybe you have a team, but you come up with the idea and then the team help execute it, for example, or market it, or and then the second line is about partnership. So then you work really well in partnership. Maybe you don't have just one partnership, but you have some partnerships in your life where you actually work one-to-one more than anything else. And that's your best. That's how you are more powerful, and it's also what feels more in flow needs for you. And then the third line is the unit. So then you work really well in a team, like 3 people to 15 people, like the family unit, where you're really good at seeing the team dynamics and understanding how people interact and that kind of teamwork. And then we have the fourth line that is the network and kind of the spider in the net that connect through its conviction and through like speaking the heart. And the fifth line that is more about the management and the kind of that like a higher level of kind of connecting the networks together. So even more an overview of everything and kind of using their impact in those settings. And the sixth line, who is the system, who sees everything from an even higher place, is kind of like even one step above, looking at it from there and making sure how do we walk with this into the future, what is the long-term perspective of this. So you can see, like, this was very much just an overview, but you can see that if you are a first line and you are like put to like oversee a group of 50 people, it's easy for you to not feel so happy in your work. Or if you're a third line that needs a little group and you're always trying to come up with doing everything yourself, sometimes how I can feel when I'm sitting with these videos. I'm a third line and I'm a 44th 3, so I'm like all about teamwork and all about dynamism and in a team, and then I'm by myself with a blank screen, so that might not be my preferred way of doing things. And so we can look at the sphere of culture and see on an everyday basis, how do we work usually, how do we serve the world, in what setting, and what is like the group that, how is the setting, how is the role that we are filling. And this is also connected to the vocation. So you kind of want to look at these two spheres to understand, because they are connected in this. And then I would also take the shadow and see every time when the project, whether it was a partnership or another kind of project, something went wrong and you lost money basically. Can you see that shadow? Both the shadow of the line, you could say a little bit, like I was saying, are you working the right setting, the right amount of people in your team, or what you're overviewing? And the other thing is just the shadow of the gene key. And look at that. So that's a contemplation that is often like quite revealing to do. And then of course look at the higher frequencies and see how can you really create abundance in this world. And that comes from serving yourself, doing what you love, and through that serving the whole. And that's really what you have in the higher frequencies. So this is a really cool sphere. We speak about this sphere like in one way kind of a similar sphere as the evolution, the challenge that we have in the first sequence. And so this in the third sequence, the first sequence is really kind of the challenge where we unlock things. So I'm going to be focusing on the sphere the next month with Ashley and Melinda. So we're going to do some things on it, and you know, go deeper to actually see what, you know, we can, what are the revelations that are there. So I'm looking forward to that, and also just looking forward to hear anybody's contemplation on it, and insight, because it is, like I said, it's a very powerful planet, and once we start to align with the higher frequencies, so much happens, and it can go really quickly as well. So thank you.